56-year-old Alexei Sheredishniko is accused of physically and verbally assaulting a Marlboro couple, calling them terrorists and Muslim expletives. Police say the 56-year-old began kicking and punching the car. The man got out of the car to try and stop the suspect and was scratched in the face. His wife, who was wearing a hijab, went to help her husband, and that's when the suspect hit her.
There's literal studies that show that 70% of men are not trained in any form of martial art whatsoever. Think about how crazy that is. I need you guys to ignore this white piece of cotton that keeps jumping from my upper lip to my bottom lip. Just ignore it and listen to the video. Thank you. I want you to ask yourself a question. If you dedicate just 6 months of real dedication towards any sort of fight training, whether that be jujitsu, any combat training, what caliber of man would you be? 70% are untrained. Think about that. So what caliber of man would you be if you dedicate 6 months? You'd actually be in the top 10% of men when it comes to self-defense. Now, that's not to say you should go around picking fights with people to test that theory, but in theory, you would be in the top 10% when it comes to fighting and protecting yourself and protecting your wife. Isn't that insane to say? Top 10%. It makes you ask the question, why aren't more men doing this? And I think me and you know the answer. If you're watching a video like this, you probably know the answer. Most men are lazy. Most men just goon all day. Most men just play video games all day. They idolize other men, other rappers, other fighters. You can get a taste of this little top 10% theory in a safe way. For example, let's say you did dedicate that 6 months of training to, let's say, boxing. This is what I do. I love boxing. You dedicate that 6 months and then go grab one of your friends who you know doesn't fight, who you know has no idea how to fight. Throw them into a boxing ring and do a very, 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 very light spar. Do a light spar and you will see how fast they crumble. If they can't take a punch, they're not going to be able to last with you for probably more than a minute and 30 seconds. I'm not even going to give them the full round. I've tested this personally with myself. I've tested this on my nephew. I've tested this on my brother. I've tested this on my friend. These people, may God bless their hearts, they don't train. And this is what happens when you don't train. And if you like things like this and want more mindset shifts like this, I'm putting together a course about how to become the best version of yourself by following the path of Islam. It's linked below. So imagine you not training and someone comes up to you and starts something with you, and God forbid, start something with your wife. What would you do in that situation? You don't have any firearms on you. You just have your hands and your body, and that's it. What would you do? And maybe that one UFC fight that you watched where Mighty Mouse does this insane counter that you've never done, that you've never trained to do. What would you do? You are defenseless. At that point, it's a roll of the dice. Who lands the first punch and who gets put unconscious. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us to protect our women folk. رَجَالَ قَوَامُونَ عَلَى النِّسَاءِ. So if you are not doing this, you are sinning. You are. It's as simple as that. You have to be able to protect your women folk. In Islam, we have this concept of izzah. And have some izzah, have some pride about yourself that you are able to be the qawwam. That's what it's called. That's what we're called over women. You are the qawwam over women. Be a qawwam, be a protector over your women. And when I say things like this, it feels like I'm like grabbing somebody and shaking them hard until they just understand, because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know that this stuff is important, that your God-given purpose is important, that your God-given purpose is right there in front of you. You have to be able to protect your women. That is a prerequisite. So it's funny to see brothers even think about getting married when they are not even a qawwam. How are you going to be a qawwam when you don't know how to protect your wife? I would go as far as to say you have to become a qawwam before you get married. The Quran doesn't say men are the protectors of their wives. No. The Quran says men are the protectors and authority over women. They're women folk, meaning your sister, your daughter, your wife, your mother. You have to be a qawwam before you even think about getting married, and use that as motivation. Use your future wife as motivation for you to become a qawwam, become a protector, become an authority. I mean, what greater motivation is there? If your masculine pride doesn't get to you, then use your future wife as motivation. If your izzah doesn't click in, it doesn't fire up, use your wife as motivation. Your future wife, use her as motivation. The confidence that you get from becoming a qawwam from being able to protect your women folk, from learning how to defend yourself with your bare hands. It's insane. It's like anything that this life could give you. And it's potentially life-saving, whether that be your life or the wife of your women folk. And I'm just going to tell you, the way that your wife looks at you when she knows you can protect her, when she's seen you hurt other men, it's priceless. You cannot buy it. You cannot buy the way your wife looks at you when she knows for certain that you are able to protect her. There's a certain look that your wife is going to give you when she knows that you are able to protect her in most scenarios. I remember me and my wife were walking down a city called LaGrange in Illinois, a very nice suburban white city in Illinois, right? And we are not white, clearly. We are not white. We are very different looking. My wife, you know, may Allah bless her, she wears the hijab. We look different. We look like fish out of water in this little town, but we love going to this town because we love the restaurants there and we love the play place that my daughter gets to play in. So we're walking and she looks at me and she tells me, she goes, Ashad, why are all these men so overweight? She goes, I can't help myself but look from every corner of this city. These men are so out of shape. They're either stick thin or they're massively overweight. And she looks at me and she goes, whenever I see things like that, I appreciate you so much more. So they see it. Your women folks see it. They know when you are able to protect them because they see the physical discipline on your body. And that's not even to say that heavyweights can't be very dangerous people. There's a bunch of heavyweights that I spar that look like they're out of shape, and they might be, but they will hurt you, and they will outlast you, and they have technique, and they're able to put together punches and put together combinations and all these things. So you don't have to be shredded, you know? You don't have to be this like male model to be a protector of your women. Just learn. Learn. Use your mind. Use your body and use your mind. Learn. Learn how to fight. Go take a boxing class for 6 months. Go take jujitsu for 6 months. Go take taekwondo, kickboxing, any of these things for 6 months to know, just to know how to use your hands to protect not only yourself, but your women. You know, I don't care about myself. I don't care about myself. I care about the people around me and my women folk and my wife and my daughter and my mother and my family. I don't care about myself.